Hey guys, me and Trix decided it was time for you to see my mess in my food forest. Because it's been a while. Hold on here. You ready, Trix? Let's get a little basket. We have a bit going on here in the garden, my herb area. Oh Lord, look at the stuff growing. I got veggies in pots. I got crackerjack marigolds coming back. My bees are having a wonderful time. In fact, I believe that little bee there's taking a nap. Yes, he's like passed out. This little bee here, he's moving kind of slow. I've had so many bees and wasps out here today. It's been fantastic. My goldenrod and blue mist has done its job. I still have a little bit of oregano in here, and I'm thinking I'm going to harvest it. And I might even attempt making some spaghetti sauce. Well, good Lord, looky here, Trix. Looky here. Little bees are just working. Oh my gosh. Do you know how happy this makes me? To see these pollinators running around here? I just am beside myself. I've done a little bit of renovation. I haven't mowed. I haven't anything. But a real quick little tour of this one section. This little bed here is going to be moved so that I can actually get my lawnmower in and out of my gate that my daddy made for me. I want to let you know I got regular potatoes, red and white, growing. And yeah, I know it's not the time, people say, in South Carolina to be growing taters, but guess what? It's time for me. And I've got it all set where I can cover them up if we get like heavy frost or whatever. Or at the rate they're going, I'll be able to harvest taters, fingerlings or whatever, before the cold actually comes in. Taters everywhere. Egyptian walking onions. I tell you what, those are my favorite thing. There's my comfrey. I use that to feed everything. I got a few beets coming up. Didn't get near as many as I wanted, but I'll continue planting stuff in here as we go. More taters, and those wires you see there are actually for me to cover them up. Basil. The basil is not going to make it through hard cold, but that's okay. I have an abundance of basil that I can make basil tea and basil this and basil that for a long time. I also decided to take my little food forest areas, David the Good inspired, and I decided to put these little kind of a pallet fence around it to keep my dogs from running through on top of my stuff, and the air will still get in there. So I will see how that actually works out for me. My little peach tree from seed is doing fantastic. Basil going to seed. I got avocado trees gifted from a friend. They're wonderful. More taters coming up. I also have my beautiful rosemary. And I also have fire ants everywhere. It's a constant battle with them. I've got little things growing in pots. And I've marked these little pots with some clothespins to see how they do and if they come up. And then I'll transplant them after the fact. More avocado. And here's my little lemon tree that I actually grew from seed. I propagated it in the fridge in some soil for a few months. And I'm so happy about my little trees. I have little trees everywhere. Egyptian walking onions. These things are so happy here living with me. I got brassicas. Brassicas coming up. Just kind of as a secondary thing. I do have a real nice brassica friend and a sweet potato friend. But you know, you gotta grow your own too. You never know what's gonna happen. This here, I'm having a terrible time trying to grow Brussels sprouts. I just don't know what to do. They're not working for me. So I ended up putting other brassicas around it, and we'll deal with that later. Over here, this ugly end of life zinnia that has been so beautiful all summer is still feeding the pollinators, and I'm going to collect some seeds off of this. I'm going to send some to my mom and throw around in the yard, and I'm going to throw some around in my wildlife area. More brassicas, rutabagas. I'm out here today, right now, with my little basket to collect more of my little peppers to put in the freezer or dehydrate. I have enough peppers to probably supply the state of South Carolina with peppers. These were supposed to be mini jalapenos, green, and I got many jalapenos, yellow. Yes, the pepper apocalypse hit me, just like a lot of other homesteaders, but it's okay. I wanted hot peppers, I got hot peppers. I just got different hot peppers. I got some strawberries here in pots, some strawberries that have some potatoes as neighbors. We'll see how that goes. I'm excited about that. Here's some more peppers that I need to pick. I'm going to tell you, last year I overwintered them. I overwintered them in my tack room, and I really wasn't thrilled about it. So I don't know this year if I'm going to overwinter them or not, since I have so many. But I do know I need to do a better job and grow some cayenne peppers for next year, because I'm a big fan of cayenne peppers for a lot of emergency purposes, like shock, different things. But I got my little brassicas planted here and there. I got a lot of holes in my food forest where I can plant stuff. I need to get out here and do some chop and drop. Would you look at my Egyptian walking onion patch? Look at the beautiful, beautiful pile of onions there. It's just fantastic. I can't tell you how happy I am about my little food forest. And then, yeah, I do let my weeds grow. We got all kinds of weeds, flowers, medicinal things growing. My strawberry patch. This was an old tomato patch. I'm going to redo it and actually probably take my area all the way to my little fairy fence. I've got a bunch of wild blackberries that I transplanted, but as you can see, the grass has totally gotten away. I have a lot of apple trees planted along there that I'm going to keep, excuse me, I'm going to keep small, grow a little fruit tree kind of way. And that's something me and Trixie got to get on. My little scarecrow, it needs a little bit of a facelift. We'll work on that too. Excuse me, it's allergy season here. They're not here right now, but this little zinnia plant is usually full of monarch butterflies. I do have a couple of greenhouse projects going on. My little greenhouse, it's under construction. I'll get a little video of that later. And I also put up a bigger greenhouse. But for now, we're going to end this on this little tater plant. I'm telling you, just take your taters. They're trying to grow eyes. They're chitting. Stick them in the dirt. Cover them over. Give them a little bit of mulch. And after a while, you dig in there and you've got your taters. They're so easy to grow. So easy. And there's nothing like getting taters out of your own food forest that you grow yourself naturally with nothing sprayed on them. Truly. Love to all. More soon.